May Jesus be lifted up and glorified. Good morning, my brothers and sisters, and a happy Thursday to you. I know we're waking up with our goal today to be more like Jesus. I sure hope so. Are we? I hope that answer is yes, because in 1 John 2, verse 6, it says, the one who says he remains in me shall walk just as he walked. Paul, which happens to be one of my favorite disciples, like absolutely favorite, he tells us for him in Philippians 1:21, he says, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. And also, after sharing his life, he tells us for us to walk like him. In 1 Corinthians 11:1, he says this. He says, imitate me as I almost imitate Christ, as I also imitate Christ. And I wanted to share that because the journal entry I have today is truly about imitating Christ. I know I don't share my journals often, but today is a great one that can be truly focused around how we contribute to the community every single day. And that's our walk and being more like Jesus every single day. What we are doing to serve, what we are doing as disciples that are to be living and imitating the life of Christ for our lives. And this journal entry said, how can you contribute to your community in a way that aligns with Jesus' teaching? And immediately when I first heard the word contribute, and I think many times often when we think contribute, it's always about showing up with money, with gifts, with buying people things and giving people food and doing things in that type of way. But this entry, like we just said, Paul, when he lived for Christ, he lived in a way that imitated Christ. And as for us, the same thing. It says, this journal entry says, in Jesus's teachings, like naturally for us, when we think we're given, it's always revolved around money. But when we think about when Jesus showed up, we have to put a hold on thinking about money all the time, because he didn't just show up with just handing people money. Jesus showed up differently. And that's how we can contribute to sharing as well. So I'm just going to share this journal entry because for a moment I got stuck on like money, but at first says show up with joy and peace, because contributing is putting in something, and it doesn't always have to be money. Put in your fruits, put in your service, put in contributing. Sometimes can get confused, just like it almost just tripped me up to be revolved around money. Yes, donating money and buying food and clothes for the poor and sick is definitely contribution, but so is prayer, conversation, letters, sharing the gospel, kindness, love. These are all ways that we can contribute that is not revolving around money, and that actually more focuses on the way Jesus taught how to contribute. When I think about Jesus' contribution to the people, he wasn't handing out money. He was healing. He was doing miracles, providing salvation and forgiveness, searching out the lost to bring hope through believing in him. Although I said, if I had more finances, I'd give more. But right now, I contribute in the ways that I've listed in this entry. And that is to be more like Jesus. Jesus shows up in many ways that did not involve money. We think about how he was walking through that procession with that lady's son, being the only son who died. He raised him. The man who had those 7 demons inside of him, he removed them and put them into a pig. When he went to places where people were poor and sick, he brought comfort and healing to them. He didn't show up with only money. He showed up with kindness, with love, with compassion, touching people, removing illnesses and sicknesses, and bringing hope in dark places. That's how Jesus contributed. And that's how we can do too. And I hope and pray that he helps us focus on his teachings on contribution today, and that we can ask for his help to help us be of service in the exact same way he was and his disciples were, starting today and moving forward. I just wanted to share that. God bless you all. May we contribute in the ways that Jesus teaches in the Bible and share it with everyone. May peace be with you. God bless.